What's up? Today we're gonna be looking at a video by I don't even know this guy's name. Jet Franzen. I think that's how you say his name. And he's gonna be talking about working at a warehouse and what it taught him from his experience. And I wanted to watch this video and talk about it because I work at a warehouse right now. I've worked at one of them was kind of like halfway warehouse, halfway retail place, but I mean, I guess you can call it a warehouse because I was in the back all the fucking time. I worked at majority warehouses for my working experience. As of right now, most of my working experience is in warehouses. I only think I had one official job that was not in the warehouse, and I was a pool guy for like 9 months, so that was pretty cool. But I watched this video already, but I wanted to just talk about it because the way he describes it makes it sound like a wonderland, a halfway wonderland, and just like, oh, you know, talking to all these nice people. Not saying these people can't be nice, but it just, I feel like making this video, I want to set the line, like what he's saying, like, all right, yeah, people can't be cool, but I guess I could be a little bit more pessimistic because I already don't want to fucking work the jobs anyway. So, but if this is your first time here, I'm Lucid, LLUCYD. If you worked a warehouse job, this video might relate to you a lot, especially if you're working there now. And if you have worked there, I'm pretty sure you got a lot of stories, and what's going to be said in this video, it's going to be on the head, everything, nail on the head on everything, goddamn. But yeah, let's go and get into the video. Let's go and see what this young man has to say.
I've worked a lot of shitty jobs, man. I've worked a lot of shitty jobs, from door-to-door salesman to retail, fast food. I was even a caddy for 3 years during the summertime for a bunch of a-hole golfers. Not to say that other people don't have more experience, but I feel like I have a decent amount. But there is something different about working at a warehouse that will teach you stuff.
I wonder where this man is. Is he in the basement? Is he in a storage room? Kind of confused. I've been looking at this the whole time. When I first watched the video, I was not looking at the video. I was at work at the warehouse and just listening, but I wonder where he is.
About life that I don't think anything else can. You will meet the most interesting, but also the most real people ever when you are working a shitty warehouse job and you are the bottom of the totem pole. So
now, I guess you can say you will meet some different type of people. Interesting people I've already met. A lot of the places, well, I'll just tell some stories, not stories, but like some situations. Right now, I'm working with, I don't work with them. Well, I'm about to be working. There's 2 co-workers at my job, 2 females. They're together and they work at the warehouse and stuff like that, which is crazy because in my eyes, I don't feel like most females should work at a warehouse. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just how I feel. Granted, the work we do is not too like overbearing where like we sweating and like grueling work or nothing like that. I made sure I've quit the last few jobs in order to get to this job where I'm not fucking sweating all the fucking time, even though in warehouse jobs there ain't no fucking AC. But yeah, but let's get back to the people. He's going to talk about some stuff. I'm gonna let him say it first, but you do meet some interesting people. Some other people I've met, half of them motherfuckers be like football players, like when you doing like picking and shit like that. Half of them niggas be like athletes and shit, and like young niggas that didn't go to the league or something like that. I met somebody like that. I met a few. Some seemed like a few. Only one I knew because I actually talked to the guy, or tried to talk to the guy. And he was saying that he got put off a football team because the coach was racist. But when you see his demeanor and shit like that, he has the drive of a goddamn super stallion what is it, 500 horsepower? This nigga got the drive of 900 horsepower. The worst job I ever worked in my life, and this nigga was sweating every day for $19.50 an hour. And it wasn't even $19.50 of the hour. It was really like $17.50 an hour or $17 an hour, and he was getting a bonus because he was beating everybody else, which I had to leave that fucking job because I'm not about to sweat my ass off for damn near 8 hours at a warehouse. I just like, fuck no. And they was asking me like why I ain't pushing. He was 19 years old. I'm like 24. Not saying I'm old, but he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know he can make way more money doing something way easier. But yeah, and that kid was off the wall. This nigga was goddamn just like running all when I tell you, some crazy people. But you can make some interesting people. Like, people gonna have children in there. A lot of people, like, it'd be some people would live all the way across town. It varies so much. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit because I can't get my thoughts together, but I'm gonna let him keep going. But you do.
For me, I know people that have watched my channel, I talk a lot about how I used to work at this warehouse in Chicago as a package handler. And basically how it was set up was there were, 4 different freights, and in each freight you have individual sections. And as a package handler, you just like carry the heavy boxes and stack them, and you do that the entire night. So it's just go from the conveyor belt, grab, like straight out of a movie, just grab box from conveyor belt, stack it, grab box from conveyor belt, stack it. And so in that sense, psychologically, you're very isolated and you have nothing to do but think about life and reflect. For my shifts were about 6 to 8 hours. I worked normally 4 to 5 days a week.
My shift is way different. I work 12 hours, 3 days a week, 4 days if I want to get overtime. So, boy, them hours be feeling like eternities, boy. Oh my fucking God. And I work overnight. Oh, when I tell you, it feels like I'm in there for an eternity. I literally be getting fucking depressed almost, and mad and sad that I fucking be in there. Oh my God, 12 hours is no joke, I tell you. But 4 days off, love it.
I did the graveyard shift because I was doing school during the day. So that would be, that would start.
And he doing school. I ain't even doing school. And I only do that because they get paid more at night.
Like late at night, and then it would go into the middle of the night. And the people that I met there were some of the coolest, but just really weird individuals. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but you would meet people that got absolutely kicked to shit in life. Like, just people that have really gotten screwed over and they just needed any job they can get. And that's what a warehouse job is, because it's really high turnover rate, and you could be a felon and have this job. So I worked with a few felons, which, to be honest with you, was that was another interesting aspect, because you didn't really always feel safe. But there was this one guy, for example, he must have been in his mid 50s. He was an Indian guy. And I was just thinking, this poor dude has to carry these boxes all night long. And granted, like, different lanes had different amounts of freight. So, the sort manager was really nice and would give this guy, and rightfully so, I think, the easier sorts. But even that kind of made you a little bit bitter, because you, like, at least for me, because I would always get the harder sorts because I was like young and fit, It's like I'm doing so much work than these other people. Or like, if you were, a girl, they would just give you easy stuff, but we're all getting paid the same. So I'm just doing more work. But all things considered, I think that's how they should do it. And you just kind of were like shown the realness of life, what I call the open market of life. Open market is where life is just brutally honest, in that, like, what's optimal will always win. And so, and what I mean by that is, like, there was a very clear hierarchy. So what I did, my job, I got paid the least. It was called a package handler. And these are the people that, like, just stack boxes.
I don't know if he's gonna get back to the old dude. He kind of went off on some ramble. The dude, I got a dude like that in my job. I done had 2 dudes like that in my job. Old motherfuckers. One dude right now, that nigga gotta be like 60. He look like he almost got dementia. Like, he be dressing fresh as hell. I don't know how. I was like, nigga, dude, he got a caretaker or something like that. But he's working graveyard shift with me. And I'm like, bro, how are you even staying awake? If y'all seen how slow this motherfucker be moving, oh my God, you would have thought a snail could beat this nigga in the race. And I'm just like, he's not gonna be here for long. Cause I remember the last dude that was there, I don't even remember how long he was there, dead ass. But that one's he right. It'd be weird ass situation like there's no reason someone's grandfather should be working there. And not like a young grandfather, like dead ass granddad should be getting taken care of. He should be in retirement. I don't know if that's just the way the economy is, or he should stop. He should never spend so much money on them clothes he be wearing, because that nigga be too fresh at a warehouse. But yeah, and I just be looking like, bro, you should not be in here. Dead ass. It was something else he said. Yeah, they don't really get no leeway at this job, at least. when it comes to the workload, because shit just gets pushed to you. And I'm not doing what he doing, the freight shit. I'm doing like I'm forklift driver, so that shit's way easier. Goddamn. So yeah.
And a trainer just sort of like goes in between each different person that's doing freight, and they kind of talk to them a little bit. Mainly what it was is you would just like shoot the shit. It wasn't that deep. They would help you with a few boxes, nothing crazy. They just had to make it look like they were, helping you. And normally the trainers were actually like young guys, kind of like my age, that were chill and they were like cool to talk to, whatever. Anyways, so like those guys were one above me, and then two above me was like the safety manager. They would just like have to go in your area every once in a while and just check and make sure all the safety stuff was right. Above them, it was the sort manager for each different sort. And then above, like, I don't even know all this stuff, but you get, it's like very hierarchical. And the people on the bottom, me, we would do the most work, hands down, the hardest, like worst work.
That worker be shit.
And then the people that were, a few above us would just point their fingers at us, especially when it would get late at night and we were staying an extra 1 or 2 hours because the freight wasn't done. You literally can't leave that job until the freight's done. That's how it works. So you don't know if you're getting out at 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. Like you literally had no idea. It was like random, except for Christmas time. You just knew you were staying.
I hate jobs like that. I had a job like that.
Gifts. Anyways,
never again.
It was just so one-to-one, readily apparent that like the way that just the system worked, and it was such a good reflection of society, where it's like a lot of people, not to say they didn't work their way to get there, but dude, they just like the people that were in those positions, they would love to just point their fingers and tell you what to do when they didn't do any work. There was this one lady, I don't even know what her real name is, but everyone just called her Fat Samantha. And Fat Samantha was like this super obese woman that had like crazy attitude. She wasn't nice. Like there were some sort managers that they would be nice and they'd be like, hey, yeah, do you mind doing this? And then it's like, you couldn't really say no. They were just trying to be nice. This lady was just a jerk. And she would just like tell you, and she was like really heavy set. No one ever saw her touch a box. If the freight got really, really bad, then most sort managers would come and like help, because it would be what's called red lighting, which means the freight is so backed up that they have to pause the conveyor belt, and then it holds back everything in the entire factory. Anyways, well, why am I saying this? Like, why is it so important and applicable? It's like, dude, you would just not understand the way that there's so much that you learn just by, once again, the open market of the job. Like if you had a TV that was like your freight that you were packing, you had to make a decision, because a lot of times there's no ideal spot to put a giant TV box. And a lot of times what people would have to do is you'd have to make the decision to kind of throw it or like slide it up top above all the other boxes, like not be safe. I think that's very, like in life, it's kind of same thing. Sometimes no matter how valuable something is, you need to kind of just try, or like put yourself out there. It's kind of like with love. Like sometimes you just need to be a little bit less careful, and for a means of like optimization.
Speaking on that, I'm gonna speak on that first, and then I'm gonna speak on that lady. Yeah, putting yourself out there just like this. This shit probably don't look the most professional. If you seen what's really behind me, I think I got the green screen up right now. Nigga, I'm in a bedroom. Just like he in the back right there. Still put yourself out there. Then he got like 200,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get where he at just by doing this. I got a green screen at least. But yeah, just gotta do what you gotta, stack shit up with what you got. I think that's real important, for real. Back to the lady. Man, that hierarchy shit that we was talking about, that shit is real. Like, I don't know if he gonna talk about it, I forgot. But you got your old people in there. You'll respect the old people, like somebody like 50, 45, even 60, working as a manager. Nobody really gives no pushback, or they not really on your ass like that. Some can, because I've had that. Nigga was on a whole different shift, a manager on a whole different shift. I was leaving, nigga trying to get me, I want to say locked up, but you're not locking me up, but like damn near get me rolled up by my headphones. I'm like, bro, nigga followed me to almost damn near to my car, because I had to park the fucking forklift, and said something to me about that shit. Next day, just put a fucking hood on, bro. Get out my face with that bullshit. My bad, I'm cursing so much, but that really ticked me off. I'm like, nigga really followed me to talk about my headphones. The nigga ain't even there no more. What are we doing? And then with the hierarchy shit, my bad. Went off tangent there. Like, the young managers sometimes be like doing the most I don't know if they like be trying to prove themselves, but you would think the younger managers would want to, you know, be the most chill. But a lot of times they either picking favorites, because I see this a lot. They either picking favorites or they be in that spot because they want to point fingers. They want to be the person in charge. They want to feel big dog or some shit, like dead ass. Like one of the managers I got, luckily we done fucking change shifts. Oh my god. Just be on bullshit. Like he used to be the whole job calls the nigga weird. Everybody calls the nigga weird. But I mean, it's just like the shit he be doing, like trying to be, I'm the boss here. I don't know what type of shit that people be getting in their head where I'm the boss. Like, bro, we just working a job. I can see if this was your business for sure, but I know like this mine. I'm on this shit. This my shit. Like, bro, don't nobody give a fuck. We just trying to get the fucking work done. But they be saying like managers can get fired faster than the fucking employees. And that might be true because I done had a lot of jobs. I done had the top person has switched out more times than I've seen employees get fired or quit. Dead ass. Like there'll be like employees, managers, supervisor, or is it supervisor manager? You know what the hell I'm saying? Then manager, like GM or some shit like that. That's over the whole store, over the whole warehouse or some shit. And I've seen them get switched out way more times than, like, if I'm there for a year, I'll see 3 of them niggas, 3 different ones in that 1 year somehow. I don't know how that should be happening, but yeah. So I mean, I guess they do be having to be on our butt. The ones that don't be on our butt be the ones that stay there the most. That's the crazy part. But like I said, the hierarchy should be on some, that should be real for real, because motherfuckers just be wanting to point fingers, don't have I don't know, other shit going on in their life, or be having something to prove or some shit like that. But yeah, that should be ass.
The people that you would meet, you realize it was so much better to coordinate with other people. And then you realize the importance of getting along with them, because if you're going to be like stacking boxes right next to each other for hours, it's better if, you know, you're cool with them and you're talking or whatnot. I had sometimes with the person, it would be completely silent. We wouldn't talk. Sometimes we would talk all the time, but either way, it just like was so one-to-one to the real world and like how all of that works. And I think the biggest thing was, at the end of the day, it's like, number one, no matter how hard you worked, there were always more boxes to stack. It did not matter. You couldn't beat the conveyor belt. It would just rapid fire, just kept spinning them until the last box was there, and then you would be off of work. So it didn't matter if you went slow or fast, you were still going to have to do work nonstop. I guess if you went slower, you could stay longer, get paid more, but like no one was trying to stay longer. Anyways, yeah, the hierarchy system made no sense. People at the top did less work, but they profited off all the smart people. That's exactly what happens in society today. It's just, you just undeniably are faced with the reality of like, it's sink or swim. Like, you would have to deal with it or you just quit. And that's why the turnover rate on that job is like 70% within the first 3 months. Cause it's just like, dude, everyone just quits. Like, people are just like, this ain't for me. Like, I don't like, this is not my type of job. And that's cool, man. And it's no disrespect to those people, but yeah, it's just like very grueling, very like, you gotta get in and lock the fuck in for this shift. And you just rinse and repeat and do that over and over again. And it's just, it does not end, bro. I'm telling you, it just keeps on freaking going. And yeah, the people was just another big one. Like, I met people from all different walks of life. I met military people. I met single mothers who like were desperate for a job. Maybe they had something on the record. And so this was the only place. I'm
working with a single mom right now. Or at least I think she is.
There was just like so many really interesting characters. And I was always that curious.
I'm working with a mother. I'm working with a mother right now that's like 40, and she said her kid is grown, and I think she got maybe a younger kid at home, but she working in the warehouse with us. Like I said, it is only like forklift shit, so we ain't doing like grueling work, but like I couldn't imagine my mom doing some shit like that, like being at a warehouse. I just couldn't. Especially with the niggas that I be around, it's just like, bro, I wouldn't want my mama doing that. I ain't gonna lie. Cause we don't, like I said, we don't got no air conditioning, don't got no heating. So if it's summer right now, hot as a bitch in that bit. When it's the winter, oh my God, that's the worst, because them niggas is not turning the heat on for nothing. And I'm in that bit with 3 jackets on, gloves on, 2 like thermals under my pants, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit, I just don't feel like women should be, or most women shouldn't be doing that shit. Maybe you are like, you know, a little young son, probably, and you did sports, you'll probably be able to handle it. But I just feel like, I don't know, somebody mom 40 shouldn't be doing that shit. Even 35, nah. But yeah, and the quitting shit, boy, when I tell you, like, it be sad sometimes, because I be seeing people who be working and stuff and they don't like that hierarchy shit. They be real live, like if we was on the street, niggas would be getting knocked out. But because we under these rules and regulations, not saying we shouldn't have any, but like some people be really stepping over the line, saying some type of stuff, acting some type of way. When it be like he said, felons. I work with some felons because they said, I think at my job it's like a second chance place or something. I don't fucking know. But real loud, like real gangsters in that bit for sure. And like you meet that nigga outside of work one day or something like that as the manager, and one of your employees that don't like you, something probably could happen to you. You never know. But yeah, it just be crazy in there, man.
Guy that was like, would like talk to people and just ask questions, like probably a lot more than I should, to be fair. But that was just, I was just so curious about each different person that I met. There was this one.
Oh, my bad for pausing that one more time. Working with people, like he's saying, like talking to them and stuff like that. The other place I worked at, I do not like people. Or I can just see through people so fast. Like, I just can't glue with people and act like I like people too fast. Cause like that, one of the last jobs I quit, pretty good job. Well, pretty good pay. I ain't fucking like the job like that. I ain't gonna cap to you. Stacking paint and shit, but back, no. Oh my God, sweating all the time. Then I was already ass at the job. Plus the dudes that was there, them niggas was young as hell, just playing too much all the fucking time. I was just like, bro, I cannot do this. And I'm already like a quiet person. I'm not talking right here, but like quiet person. Then they trying to like get you to conversate. Like, bro, I'm not trying to talk. I'm at work. I don't. He talking to these niggas, but the only reason you'll see why he say he only talks to the people. But if I got my headphones in, I'm not trying to talk to you. If I don't got my headphones in, I'm probably still not trying to talk to your ass. Dead ass. I'm at work. Unless you really cool like that and we on the same vibe, maybe we could talk. But like niggas just be annoying. And that be dead ass some reason I will quit a job because of the people. Like if he gonna say it in the video, but if the people around you cool, you can kind of work a shitty job. But if the people around you don't like the people around you, it's that fuck that job. Nigga could be making 100,000 a year. If I really do not like the people, I might just have to go down to fucking like 80,000 a year and with some cool people. But you know, that ass be the people around you that you don't like. Like when I was working, like my first job ever, when I was working at Target, that was the funniest time I had working a job, damn near. Debatable. Because I did work at a mall. It was half and half. The mall shit was kind of cool because I can explore a lot, but the Target shit, the people there were just funny as hell, cool as hell, bad bitches. Bad bitches. But yeah, it'd be a lot about the people.
Dude, this is so random. But there was this one dude who I didn't even know he had gone to my school. I never saw him. You know, like
he talk about nothing right now. This is some side stuff, but I don't know what it is. I always get a connection with the women. Like if it's like an older woman, not like older, probably like if she like 4 to 10 years older than me. I don't know. They always gravitate towards me for some reason. I don't know what that is. I feel like I got like a little brother complex, even though I'm like the oldest brother in my house. But I don't know. For some reason, I have like a little brother complex when it comes to women at work. I don't know what that's about.
My hometown that did it with
me, he was super
chill, like really cool guy. I always loved talking to him. I like, dude, just really interesting characters. There's this one guy. He was like, what's that name? Greek the Mighty or something like that. He was like a 6'8", like ginormous specimen, but he wasn't like athletic. Like he didn't use it for any athletics. He was just kind of like he was kind of like an interesting guy. He rocked a ponytail, he wore like really old clothes, and he was like really, really chill. Like he was a chiller, and he was just a cool guy. If he came in your trailer, you're like, oh, like this guy was big, he could carry a lot of weight, um, and he'd be a cool guy to talk to. And we had this one chick, she had red hair, and she was like, she had like, I can't believe I'm saying this. She had like a BBL and was like really cared about her cosmetics. We called her Sexy Red. You know what I mean? And she didn't know that we called her Sexy Red. It was kind of a behind her back thing. But it's just like that was life. And it was, I think the biggest lesson that it taught me is like when you're in a miserable situation, a miserable environment, and you're in that environment with other people, you can have fun with the other people and that bonds you because you're in just a really shitty situation. And that shitty situation bonds you in a way that nothing else can. And like I said, I've worked other bad jobs. I like the door-to-door sales was tough, man. That one really sucked. I hated doing that. But if ever I could I would enjoy the most the end of the shift when I would just talk with would finally catch up with other people. And I realized life is just about people, bro. It really is. Like you could work a really good job, but if you do it alone, you're gonna be lonely. And you could work a really shitty job, but if you do it with friends, you can still have fun. You know, when I worked at Panera, and there was a friend of mine, me and him always had to take out the trash at the end of the night. And at Panera, the trash was full of coffee grains that were just thrown in there. So it was still like wet, like coffee suds. I don't even know what you'd call it. And my friend, I was like trying to like, we each had a thing and I was like lifting, the garbage can up and I like trying to toss in my thing. And all of a sudden I just get like a wish of like all this like coffee liquid substance all over me. And I turn back and my boy like tried to throw it over me, but he didn't realize it was in there. And it's like, I didn't get mad. I didn't anything. Me and him fell to the ground. This is middle of winter. It was like snow everywhere. We fell to the ground dying of laughter because that's just what life is. And the warehouse job taught me this more than anything else. It's like, just make the most of your situation because it's so easy to be like, oh, I have a 7-hour shift right now and I have no one to talk to. And you could
I wish I have worked. I've worked with somewhat of a friend. Yeah, like the first maybe like 2 jobs I had, I worked with somewhat of a friend, kind of like a family member. But I've never worked with like a school friend, like a true like friend that I had dead ass. Like I've never worked with like one of my friends from school or one of my best friends. I've never worked with nobody like. I wish I could have. Like that would dead ass probably make half of my jobs way more fun. Because like you said, bonding with people in a being in a miserable situation with other people that you get along with makes it way more fun, makes it tolerable. Because even like, I probably talk about this in all my fucking videos, but playing Marvel Rivals, I dead ass could be losing. Well, no, this season I'm trying to hit GM. Boy, oh my god. I'm almost costing friendships in this bitch because boy, we be about to cuss each other out. But like when we first started playing, and I didn't care about my rank, we could be losing all day playing quick match or even competitive. We could be losing all day. I don't even care. Half the time, me and like 1 or 2 other friends, we didn't care because we playing with each other. We losing, but it's fun. We laughing and shit, but and everything. And I do still got a friend like that. When we losing, I just like keep queuing up because we might be talking about life or something like that, and losing. But it's all fun when you playing with, when you with somebody else in that miserable situation. It's just a bond.
to have earbuds or a phone because that was like a safety hazard. So you were never allowed to bring that in. And when you're like, oh, you could just sneak it in, dude. You had to go through a metal detector in a guard's room with like
We don't got that shit.
2 bodyguards. Like it was like legit.
I got
it was
headphones
like a
in all day.
thing. And I think if you really try to sneak it in, you could. But
When
I
I'm
just
at
like
my
didn't care
job.
enough. But it's like you're just bored. You're just in your head. You have nothing to do but think about the world. And then if you get lucky, you can talk with other people. And at the end of every shift, you could always talk to other people because some lanes would close. And then now you have a bunch of people working on a few assembly lines. But like I don't know why I recommend this to anybody, but specifically I think you should do it while you're in high school or college because then you're not like out in the real world. Like when you're later, when you're older, you don't want to like waste your prime years, you know what I mean, working at a warehouse. So, but it happens to the best of us. And some really cool people I met were all in that situation. And like, dude, really, really cool. A lot of down to earth people, a lot of like drug addicts, that was really popular. Of course, felons, just because that was one of the few jobs.
But niggas at my job, like you said, felons again, niggas be right before they go in outside the building smoking cigarettes and shit. You be talking about drug addicts. I'm like, nigga got black and miles and shit outside the job. What is going on? And I'm going in here, just came off eating a little breakfast, eating a little sandwich or something like that, straight sober in that hole. I came to the job one time, a little tipsy or whatever the hell. But that was after some long night because I already worked nights, so we were just like experimenting, seeing what happened. Dead ass. I think I went to a different part of the warehouse. This was a while ago when I was like probably my first 6 months or 7 months in. I went to a different part of the warehouse I had never been to, and being tipsy, we're just gonna say that tipsy. Boy, I was like, where the hell am I going? I almost hit some shit, and I was like, where the hell am I going? Then the next day, they told me to go back to that same place. I was like, this was a real place.
They would literally hire anyone.
I was toe up to the flow up, boy. Or for the flow up.
But that's just like what life is, bro. Sometimes you have to go through these like really crappy stuff, and it just builds the lore. It builds that dad lore for you, and just all these experiences. Like I would have a crazy experience with a coworker
after 30.
Like at least like 2-3 times a week, and I got to a point where like I became really good. Or not really good, but like really interesting whenever I talk to someone, because I would have like all these like really weird situations that would happen. My parents have friends over a lot, and I'd always tell like my parents' friends like some weird situation that would happen when I was like at this warehouse, and like everyone would tell me to leave it, but even though it sucked, like there was like some part of me that was like kind of excited to go there and do it. Like that's like I did. I was like, I don't know, it's like gritty, but like if it's gritty with your boys, if I could get, you know, the right guy to do a shift with, if I got lucky and, you know, they needed 2 people for one assembly line, I mean, it was absolutely banging, bro. It was so much fun. And yeah, on it, like I do recommend it to people. There's a weird like comfort in sorrow. There's a weird like, I don't know how to describe it. There's like a almost masochistic like pleasure in going through like bad stuff. I know that makes no sense, but that's how it feels playing Marvel Rivals and queuing up and you lose like a motherfucker, but you with the gang. I don't know what it is. I just be okay with it sometimes. Like kind of how I feel. Anyways, let's go through the comments a little bit. But dead ass, man, the warehouses aren't like. I know he was talking like, oh, do it with a friend. I just depending on the warehouse and what you're doing in that warehouse, I did ask you be like, fuck this. I'm sorry I brought my friend here, but I'm not working here anymore. Like, especially managers and shit. That'd be the make or break point for me. Like managers will dead ass make me leave a job immediately. Like it'd be that and people. It'd be that and the coworkers around me. Like the first few jobs is always the manager. The next few, when I get into warehouses, when I got into warehouses, it's the people. Niggas be weird. He talking about, oh, it's, you know, very different weird people that you meet. The type of weird I'm talking about, these niggas be, it's that felon weird. Like niggas be too aggressive, or manager doing too much or something like that, or niggas be corny. I don't know. It to me, it just, I don't know. Like niggas can't just be cool. Like I ain't saying we gotta be silent around each other, but like I don't know. Just don't be talking no bullshit and don't be trying to work too hard. That'd be my thing. These corporations already got you fucking working for pennies compared to what they making. They billionaires. Why are you in this bitch slaving? Why are you trying to hit the numbers like so bad, like bruh? Unless that shit costing you your job, and a lot of times be the managers or supervisors, they be somebody be on their ass, so now they trying to be on our ass, because like I said before, they can get fired first before we do. Let's see some of these. I'm an introvert who works in a warehouse. I talk to 3 people there on a regular, and it's so satisfying not to have to deal with the public like retail. That retail shit is ass. Like that's why I said, girls, let the girls work in the retail, because I remember I worked at Target and they tried that. I guess I was supposed to train. They wanted me to train up at the registers and shit like that. I guess I just had to train there just because I'm in the retail place, but there's a warehouse in the back of the fucking store. Anyways,
I went to train there for 1 day. That was the worst shit I ever did, boy. Cause I was in there bit. I wouldn't even half the time. I wouldn't even be speaking. You know, like when the person come up like, "How you doing?" and then ringing they shit up. This don't happen to me a few times. Even going to other places, like going to Publix or Walmart and somewhere, and they ringing up your shit and they don't say nothing to you. But because I do got a story, but one time I was fucking in Walmart and I just went to the store to get some eggs, and the motherfucker was like, "This it? You came to the store for some eggs?" He said that under his, like, halfway under his breath. I heard what he said halfway, but I didn't really give a fuck because I'm just trying to get out of here. And I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Nothing," or something like that. I'm like, "Bitch, I'm buying eggs. You fucking ringing up my eggs." Nigga was younger than me too. I'm like, nigga, that's what I said in my head, but I'm like, the fuck. Anyways, like, that's just rude as hell. But when I was doing it at Target, I dead ass just be like, as soon as the person come up, ringing they shit up, not like doing aggressive, but like, you know, I'm trying to do the job. But like I said, I don't like talking to fucking people a lot of times, like especially at work. But the manager, like the person who was training me, was like, if they were doing something, they came to me, they was like having to keep remind me to fucking say hello, say hi, how is your day, ask them how is their day. Because also in that same day, what was going on? Oh yeah, I was ringing people up. I probably missed some people, didn't say hey or some shit, and then one lady came by, and I don't think I said nothing to her or something like that, and she said some shit. She was saying I was rude or something like that. I was like, I didn't say nothing. I'm confused. Or it was something like that, like saying I was rude or some bullshit or something like that. And like, I don't know. She was saying some bullshit. Then the next lady that came up, jolly as hell, was like, "Oh, how you day? You know, how your day going and everything?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing all right. You doing all right?" You know, I was speaking because she spoke to me. I know I'm the employee and she's the customer, but she spoke to me first. So, but yeah, and this lady came up jolly as hell. I'm like, and I think they were friends or something like that, or I don't know, I don't remember. But I'm like, that's why I'm like, I can't do that retail shit. Like, I can't be in front of the register because I already don't want to talk. Shit, when I go to the store by myself, nigga, I go to self checkout. I can have 40 things in my basket. Self checkout, nigga. I do not want to be in front of a person. Half the time they be taking longer than the goddamn self checkout, anyways. So yeah. Anyways, let me go to the next comment. I made a whole story off fucking one comment. That comment long as hell. Oh, watch out for corporate jobs. That's where you find people who are truly dead inside. Yes and no. I know some people that work in corporate. It's either you dead. It's like 3 different options. You dead inside, like I said, with them other people. You taking the job too fucking serious, or you're pretty good at the job and you don't understand, and you kind of mad at being at the bottom, or like don't understand why people act the way they do or something like that. Like you like, why these niggas at the top? Cause yeah, I don't know. But for the most part, is you dead inside, you taking the job too serious, or you very chill in the job and wonder why everybody's so fucking out of whack. That's me half the time. Or like, I might be the trash one at the job, but also wondering why the fuck niggas taking it too serious. But with that corporate shit, it be, man, politics in that bitch. Manual labor jobs are the only people where you will meet the realest people who are not NPCs. I mean, I guess, yeah. It just, they don't have to be as censored. I would say that. Instead of like corporate jobs, you got to kind of be in like button up suit and tie and shit like that. So that's why I guess they can feel like NPCs when you at them corporate jobs. Cause I don't know, I be feeling like niggas who work manual labor jobs, they be kind of NPCs too. The fucking jokes and shit, they be like, it's always about women or money, cars. That's about it. Half the time. Sports, women, cars, or like, you know, some shit. Sports and women for sure. And then the third one might be something different depending on what they doing. And I be feeling like they be NPCs. I don't even watch sports like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the manual labor jobs be like the manly jobs. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's why I'm trying to get this YouTube shit going up. But I think that was the last comment I'm gonna look at. This fucking video probably getting too long. If you like the video, if you can relate to all this, man, like the video. Tell me in the comments below how what has been your experience working in the warehouse, man? Like, has yours been jolly and nice, unlike mine? Mine ain't been like too bad, but I didn't have to get up out of a few of them. But I will say they be giving a lot of depending on the job, they be giving a lot of goddamn. The warehouses do be giving out that money. Your ass just gonna have to work 60 hours a week to really get it for real. But I be hearing niggas really be out here getting this money in them warehouse jobs, no cap. But man, it's been your boy Lucid, LLUCYD. Follow me on the socials. Subscribe if you want to see more. What the next thing we gonna talk about? This was just a little quick one because I don't know, the warehouse, he was saying meet nice people and shit, you know, the realest people, cool. I don't want to be around them people for real. I want to be in my own sanctuary right here being creative. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more and everything. Like, this was a good talk. Hopefully you come around for the next video. Peace. I'm over here putting up this fucking peace sign while still trying to talk to you. I'm fucking retarded.